Hey guys, welcome back to the magical world of Bookwarts. My name is Renuka and welcome back to yet another bookish video. Welcome back to yet another review video. This shooting was long due. It was on my list since a long time and I'm finally doing it. Before I start with the review, I would like to thank the author Mr. Roderigues for sending me his second book, that is the Vasai Side Story. I have already reviewed the first book that he has published, that is Voyages of Hell. The review video is there on my channel and it seems that it is reaching the masses and it is receiving a lot of praises as well. But that was a completely different genre and this is a completely different genre. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, Hey guys, welcome back to the magical world of Bookwarts. My name is Renuka and welcome back to yet another bookish video. Welcome back to yet another review video. Before I start with today's review, I would like to thank the author Mr. Roderigues for sending me his second book, that is the Vasai Side Story. I have already reviewed the first book published by him, that is the Voyages of Hell, and it seems from the comments that it is reaching the masses and people are really liking it, and I hope that this book will soon reach the masses and people would like this as well. Let's get into the video. So what exactly is the book about? The book is about the Christian society that used to reside in Vasai in the 1980s. That's how I would loosely describe the plot. But more than that, it is the story of crime lords. It is the story of gangsters. It is the story of aristocracy, the rise and fall of the aristocracy. Along with that, it is the story of the commoners as well. We get an insight into how the lives of these underworld personalities affect and have repercussions on the lives of the commoners. Along with that, we also get a very good insight into the culture of the Christian society, the culture, the traditions. We get to know a lot about the festivals and also the prohibitions that are denoted in their culture. So that's what I'm trying to say, that it is so vast that it is really difficult for me to put everything into one single sentence, but I'm sure I would convey whatever I want to as I proceed with the video. Speaking of the characters, there are a lot of characters in this book, and when I say a lot, I really mean a lot. Yes, initially I was confused with the names since there are a lot of names that I'm not used to, but once you get into the storyline, once you get a hold of it, you're fine. And this is what happens with me when with each and every book that I read, so I'm used to it by now. Many of the major characters in the book are very well developed. For example, the storyline opens with Enos Piril, that is Enos Shet as he's called in the society. He is a major crime lord and he's scary. At least that's what I thought. And being an old Bollywood movies fan, I was really reminded of Pran Saab as the major villain of the movie. That's how well the characters are developed. And as I said, this is the story of the crime lords, gangsters, underworld personalities, as well as the commoners. So we have the majorly powerful and scary characters as well as the normal common characters that we can easily relate to. That is why I said that there is a variety of characters and you can choose your favorite character. You'll definitely find a character that you can relate with. That's what I intended to say. Literature is the mirror of the society. This is one of my favorite definitions of literature, and this book and books like these really hold a mirror to the society. This book is a social commentary, and though this is fiction, the author had to speak about a particular community set in a particular time period, like the Christian society set in the 1980s. But I'm sure the things stated in this book are not confined to any particular time period or any particular community. It is relevant to each and every time period and each and every human settlement. As I said, there are a variety of characters. This book covers a vast area of the society. This book covers every layer of the society. It is not confined to any particular class. That's what I really liked about the book. The expanse, the spectrum of this book is pretty vast, and this book is extremely realistic and it would definitely make you think about many things that we experience in day-to-day life. This book really made me think and it did pose a few questions to me. These were the questions that I realized. I'm sure you would have a different set for yourself. What is the meaning of morals? What is the meaning of principles? Isn't it pretty subjective? What is the meaning of certainty? What is certainty slash uncertainty? For some people, like Enos Shade, he might be extremely powerful, he might be extremely rich, but isn't life pretty uncertain? And for some people, they are so overpowered by the sense of superiority complex and so overpowered by their own sense of power that they do not realize the uncertainty that they are living in. These are the few things that I realized, and that is why I said that this is a social commentary that is relevant to each and every caste, class, religion, race, community of human beings. To sum up my experience while reading this book, I would like to mention that I took a long time to complete reading it because of my busy schedule. Apart from that, it is a bit slow. You have to give it some time. You have to give yourself some time to get into it. But once you get into the storyline and you get into how the book is crafted, it's perfectly fine and it is pretty interesting. As I said, it is extremely realistic. There are not many scenes that would keep you on the edge of your seat, but it is extremely thought-provoking. That's the term that I can use, and that's the term that fits in pretty well. It's not like Verity or Verity by Colleen Hoover. It's not like the books of Dan Brown that would keep you excited and that would keep you hooked and that would keep you on the edge of your seat. But you will be compelled to think when you are reading this book, and that I'm pretty sure about. So my overall experience with the book was pretty good, and I have already mentioned it to the author as well that this is quite different from the kind of books that I have read till date. This is quite different from the books that I usually read or that are my preference, my general preference. So in a way, it is a good addition to my reading journey and also my bookshelf. There's one thing that I forgot to mention. The first book published by the author was The Voyagers of Hell. That was a completely different genre, and this book is a social commentary that's a completely different genre. That was more on a supernatural, fantastical level. This is on the social level. So it's a really good thing that the author is experimenting with the genres. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my review for the Vasai Side Story by Mr. Sobers Roderigues. I'll link the book in the description box. Please go check it out. And as I've already mentioned in my previous videos, please read new authors. Please give a chance to new books. Bestsellers are always there, and they are bestsellers for a reason. But they became bestsellers because they reached the masses. People read them and loved them. As readers, it is our responsibility to read new books, give a chance to new authors so they can make it to the bestsellers list, right? There are amazing, brilliant authors who create fantastic literature. All we need to do is reach out, read it, and acknowledge it. So please go check out the link, check out the book, and please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would be waiting for them. Thank you for watching the video till the end, and you know the drill. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and help me spread a lot of bookish love.